7 hours and 10 minutes a day.
Hello again, my name's Maggie, and last night I decided that I would go for 1 week without social media or Netflix.
It's time to delete some apps. So I'm keeping mail, photos, camera, phone, and random stuff, weather, blah blah, came with the phone stuff, books, health data. This is my social media area. As you can see, I've already got time limits set that I never listen to. I always just tap out and say 15 more minutes all the time. But bye Pinterest, Snapchat, Facebook, and I'm keeping Instagram. These are all the little chat functions. I'm getting rid of the ones I don't really use. I hate Facebook Messenger, by the way. Reference, that's fine. Photography, I've got way too many of these I never use, so I was just deleting a couple of them, but they don't count anyways. Bye YouTube. I love how they're shaking in fear. Deleted some games, but yeah, I still kept games. Kept Webtoons because it's reading, and it's cleaner. Still got a lot of apps, but all's well. Seven hours and 10 minutes a day. That's insane. 50 hours of my week. Oh my gosh. So you can see social networking is a big portion of that.
I started yesterday at 8 p.m. on April 7th, and today I'm doing my first update on how it's been going. First, I'll go off by explaining what rules I'm going to be following. I wrote myself a note last night after I started this challenge, so I'm going to read it to you. I said that many people who do this tech hiatus report feeling free afterwards. I felt free instantaneously. I got up to clean my room and felt some anxiety when I realized I didn't have a show turned on to play in the background. Then I remembered I wasn't allowed to have a show on. And get this. The anxiety went away. Normally we think of watching television and videos and YouTube as a way to relax. But when you get so addicted into it as I am, it actually gives you anxiety. I've spent like 30 minutes before looking for a show to watch because nothing sounds interesting and I'm really not in the mood to watch a show. I just feel like I need to watch a show. And that's scary. So I'm really excited to see what this week holds. I actually got a lot accomplished yesterday after I started, which I had meant to get accomplished throughout that day. Hey, it's May 8th, and I thought I'd do an update on what I'm doing to distract myself from the fact that I'm not supposed to be using social media or watching shows. I've realized that I've been trying to replace TV shows and such with books for quite a little while now. I've been doing okay with that, but now that I'm completely on books, you can get a little tired from reading and want to do something different. And trying to find something different to do, I started playing random games on my phone, which is still technology, but at least I'm kind of using my brain a little. And I just realized that I reached level 111 on this little blocky game. And that was just today. I just downloaded it. So maybe I need to limit that as well. That's my bad. I also took a nap. I don't like taking naps because you get more tired when you wake up and it kind of messes your sleep cycle up for me. But my nap happened because I decided to take a break from reading and playing games and just sit with my thoughts, which is something that's become really hard for me to do with the constant stimulus of entertainment that we get. And you can tell it was hard for me to do because I fell asleep within like 5 minutes of meditation. So maybe throughout the week I'll get better at that as I get more used to having less constant stimuli. I also ended up doing a little online shopping, which I actually haven't done in a while, and ended up buying toothbrushes and floss. Hey again, it's April 9th at like 11:50 p.m. I forgot to film. I had to break one rule for a class because I'm in a class that requires film study, so we've been watching Passion of the Christ, and today was the last day where we were reviewing it in class, so I kind of had to watch a movie. But otherwise, I had a lot of work to do today, so it kind of distracted me and kept me focused on what I needed to get done. So It's been a pretty productive day. I think I've been doing okay. We'll see how tomorrow goes. This is a busy week in general, which is kind of why I wanted to start this challenge for this week, because I waste so much time when I'm on social media and watching TV, so it's proving to do well, except I took another nap, so that stole a few hours. Today is Wednesday, April 10th, and today didn't go too very great. I have a lot going on this week, and I had an exam this morning, and then tomorrow I have an exam and a homework due, a big homework, engineering homework. So today I was very busy. I'm still very busy. It's 11 p.m. right now, and I'm working on an equation sheet and just studying in general for the exam tomorrow. So for 2 days now I've been having to study constantly, and when I study it's really important to take short breaks. So I've been having to look into other avenues for breaks, and I've discovered another rule that I should have made and I might make after tomorrow when the exam is over, which is game apps. I downloaded like 4 today to overcome this loss of being with technology, which is really weird. We'll see what happens when I stop playing all my little games. I don't think I took a nap today. If I did, I can't remember it. I'm actually on level 200 of that game I talked about. It takes like a couple seconds to get to the next level, but you're kind of like, oh dang, what have I been doing? So we'll see how that affects my time management. I'm gonna get back to studying. Today is May 11th, a Thursday, and I'm finally doing an update during the daytime. I just finished my last exam before finals come in a few weeks, so I'm finally have a little bit of freedom before finals. I know this is off topic, but I actually want to show you the equation sheet that I did for that exam. I was very grateful to get an equation sheet. It's been years, and engineering classes kind of need equation sheets, but mine don't normally let us have them. This one did, however, and you can see why they might not let us have them because of what I did. That's just one side. It's like micro printed. You see this part? And then the back, I've got like crazy scribbles of like desperation for some of the last parts of a chapter I hadn't finished looking over. It's kind of embarrassing, but it helped. I didn't fully have time to memorize basically anything because I had my exam yesterday as well, and then I had a homework due today along with the exam that I used this equation sheet on. So very nice to have an equation sheet. I hope I did well, but we'll see. Anyways, since I've been so busy with exams and my homework, that has kept me distracted from a desire to want to watch TV as much and to be more involved on social media. Just any little activity that I can do to distract myself from the desire to constantly be doing something. I had another error today. As I said, I'm involved in my student organization's social media. I do all the posts for it, so I had to still be logged into some things, and I don't have Facebook on my phone anymore, but for the first time in a while I logged into the Facebook on my laptop to double check that I posted something for that organization. But unfortunately, one of those little notification bubbles came up for myself that was to check all my notifications. It's muscle memory just to click it, you know, so I accidentally clicked it and I saw a couple notifications and it was bad. But that's really dramatic. But I got away from it pretty quick. I just commented on like one post and updated one event, saw that someone invited me to something, and then I left. So it wasn't the longest diversion, but it was kind of a mess up. But I don't feel bad about it. It's okay. I've also found that I'm prone to messing up a little bit whenever I'm checking the Instagram, because our account is following other student organizations, and I'll accidentally start scrolling mindlessly, and then I realize, get off of Instagram. This is not what you're here for. And also that happens with LinkedIn. Normally I'm good about LinkedIn because I'm looking for jobs, so I need to have my LinkedIn still. Though today I found myself scrolling a little bit on my LinkedIn when I went to check a notification. But with the rules, I'm at least doing this for a shorter span and noticing that when I'm doing these things, and that gives me more of an idea of how much time I spend doing these. I'm gonna check what my time on my phone has been. A lot of it's actually I've been reading on my phone, so that always ends up contributing. Somehow I've managed to spend an hour and 28 minutes on social networking today. 22 minutes on Instagram. I don't know how I did that. Oh, I think I definitely spent more time on Instagram. That is a long time. I don't know how that happened. Gosh. Generally, I spend more than that for sure though, which is extra concerning. So today, the girl who's going to replace me next year for this position, we're doing a turnover to get her to know more about the position. So she's also logged into the Instagram, and she did some posts and stuff today and like changed some things. So I was checking that as she like did things. I think because she made some updates, I felt the like will to go on Instagram more, where I just keep picking up my phone and checking if something else is updated. So that was a mistake. I've only done 15 minutes on books. I did better limiting, actually I limited myself a little more today with the games before I made the rule that I can't use them now. And I played like 7 minutes on a game, 7 minutes of mail, 7 minutes on another game, 3 minutes on another game. Most of all was 43 minutes of texting. Does that count? That helps. I don't know why that counts. But in general, my screen time today was 2 hours and 5 minutes below average so far. That's pretty cool. So, done pretty well. Some of the social networking is also GroupMe, which I have to check a lot. Especially with this exam today, I checked it a lot to like see what people thought about it and stuff. I think it's been an okay day. We'll see how the night goes. I might update you on tonight tomorrow, if that makes sense. Ooh, I just noticed I'm already 41% down from last week. And that's with it just being about halfway through this week of a tech hiatus. I started Sunday night at 8 p.m. and today is Thursday and it's 6 p.m. So I skipped a day or two. It's now Saturday and I only have one day left to 8 p.m. tomorrow because I started last Sunday at 8 p.m. Thursday was the day that I had a big homework due as well as a difficult exam. I'm accustomed to rewarding myself after days like that by watching TV shows or a movie, so it was kind of like a difficult moment for me because I just wanted to lay there and do that. But I have been doing a lot of reading to replace that, which is just slightly more effort than watching a movie. And it's better for your brain to actually be like thinking through words and learning new words. But what I've been reading is Aragon. I read these books back in elementary school maybe. When the last one came out, I hadn't read the books in a while and I didn't want to read it until I reread the others. So I'm finally doing that. I'm getting close to being done. And on Easter I'm gonna go home, which is in like a week though, and get the next book. So it's been nice to be reading, though I'm definitely reading more than I should, because reading's a good thing, but you can also overdo it with reading, which is what I'm doing. But it's all steps in the right direction. Anyways, yesterday on Friday, I actually had a great outcome. I've been wanting to do a board game night with my friends, so I went ahead and asked them if they'd be up for it, and they all were, the ones who live in my dorm. And so we went to do that, but instead we just ended up chatting until like nearly 1 a.m. But it was a really great day and just like a great outcome because I've been wanting to, instead of just being on social media on the time, actually be social in real life, which is more difficult, but it's worth it. So that was a great end of the day. And then today I've been reading basically all day. Yeah. I went on an errand and I did sleep in pretty late, because with all the exams, I wasn't getting enough sleep. But tonight we actually planned to do another night, planned with the same girls to do something else. We'd had random conversations about things like cheesecake and rotisserie chickens from childhood, so we decided we'd do like a fun dinner with a rotisserie chicken and cheesecake. So that was the errand I ran today. I went and got cheesecake and strawberries. So I'm gonna cook the strawberries with some sugar, make like a sauce for it. So that'll be really fun and yummy. I'm curious about tomorrow at 8 p.m. what I'm going to end up doing. I kind of almost don't want to watch a TV show or such. I think I do want to watch YouTube videos though, because I posted one yesterday or the day before, and by doing that, I saw my homepage with the people I follow, and it's really hard to see those videos and not watch them, so I'm planning to do that. I've also kind of garnered a little stockpile of like random pictures that I wish I could have put on my Insta stories, so I might post a couple of those, we'll see. And I'm definitely going to check on all my social media. I've actually found that there's good and bad to not having my social media. Bad is that I miss things from people's lives, like that one error I made Thursday where I accidentally saw like the top of my Facebook feed. I saw something from one of my friends that was like a pivotal moment in her life, and I was thinking about all the other posts like that I might have been missing. I think to rectify this situation in the future, I'm going to try to limit myself to doing social media just one time a day for a certain time period, so that throughout the day I'm not obsessively opening Instagram and stuff like that, because I will literally like mindlessly open Instagram if I've already seen all the posts, but I still just muscle memory am opening Instagram to see literally nothing. That's disturbing. So I think that'll help with that. I'll see you tomorrow for the final day. My week-long tech hiatus is almost officially over. It is 7:54 p.m. on Sunday, and my hiatus will end at 8 p.m. I thought I'd go back over the rules that I said at the beginning of this to see how well I followed through with them. So, the no social media, delete apps rule went decently. As in my exception, I kept Instagram, GroupMe, and WeChat. I forgot to mention that I was also going to keep LinkedIn for job search. LinkedIn actually made me watch a YouTube video today. That's the only YouTube video I've watched all week. It was one about Google's advice about writing resumes, so it wasn't necessarily falling prey to YouTube. So, no Netflix or YouTube. I've not opened Netflix at all. It's amazing. And I haven't watched any YouTube other than that Google video. Keep reading to a rational amount. That, I did not do a rational amount. I was definitely, my coping mechanism was reading. I literally just today finished Aragon, and I mentioned I was reading. Very excited. I haven't read the little part at the end. That's the start of the next book, but I'm gonna do that tonight. And that was, how many pages? End page. 497 pages. So that wasn't rational, but it was fun. Check email once a day. I did not follow that at all. That's going to be a goal though in general for the future, because I'm going to be trying to do certain things just once a day, such as checking my social media accounts as well as email. So I'm going to pick a time of the day, probably like right after well, I'm about to not be in school anymore. Oh my gosh. Anyways. Probably one time at the end of the day after like classes or a job or something. Check university site once a day. I also didn't do that, but I have been checking it way less, so that's good. I completely forgot about that rule. But the whole point was mainly social media, and Netflix is a big one. Then the exceptions. I use GroupMe as a big distraction, as well as my university's Instagram. I try not to scroll through its feed though too much, but I still kind of would open it more than I should, but definitely less than I normally do. All in all though, I'm really happy with the results of this. The pluses are that I've saved a lot of time and I felt a little more in control of my brain. Old people will tell you your brain will turn to mush if you watch too much TV and stuff like that, and I've actually been feeling that recently, like my brain has been mushy. So I felt like it helped my brain. I wrote that crazy equation sheet all in one night because I wasn't as distracted as normal. Sorry, my hair is weird. I actually exercised today. I've been only exercising about once a week, and today was the day. Other pluses, I finally spent more time with some friends that I haven't seen in a while, and I've been really enjoying reading more. In general, before this, I have been trying to transition myself more from Netflix and watching videos to reading. But it was nice just to completely devote myself to reading for a week. Negatives would be missing out on what's going on in other people's lives. I really love doing that. I like keeping up with people, even people who are from way, way in my past who don't even keep up with me in the slightest. I just like seeing their lives progress, and I love studying psychology, so I'm always interested in what's happening with people. So I'm very excited to get to do that again. It's 7:59. Other negatives. I think that's the main one, and then people trying to contact you through social media. I caught like a couple when I did that, the time I made that mistake and accidentally clicked my notifications. But all in all, it's been a really good experience. My future goals are to do the once a day email check and social media check, and then I still haven't decided what I want to do about watching TV and Netflix. I think ideally I'd wanted to just do it once a week, but I don't think I'm really capable of that still. It's been a really nice hiatus week, but I'd like to be able to watch an hour maximum every day. I think that's a rational goal for me that I'll be able to keep. I think I should be able to keep that. So yeah, that's my goals for the future. This has been a really cool experience. I really recommend you do it. It helps to have some accountability. Like, I don't think I would have been able to do this without filming myself every single day. That's why I'm doing this right now. Find your way to have accountability and try it out. I'm back again because I'm feeling really guilty about opening my social media now because I haven't been able to for a week. I just opened Facebook, and the first thing is a friend anniversary with a girl who's basically my sister. I don't have any siblings, but all through my life, I've known her since I was a baby, basically, so she's basically my sister, and they're playing a little friend anniversary video. I have a message from a different friend about our friend anniversary. That's funny. I definitely don't think I'm going to be scrolling as much through my feed. It feels so relaxing to just kind of open and not want to start mindlessly scrolling. Melon being recalled at various stores. I don't eat melons, so that's okay. I might have died if I didn't see that on my hiatus. Just kidding. My mom mentioned me in another comment. It's the parents have taken over Facebook. It's all about the parents now. It's an introvert charging station where you're lying in bed reading a book with your dog on your lap and a cup of tea. That is very me. Another update post social media hiatus. I've been scrolling through Instagram and Facebook and I've not been enjoying it. I'm actually feel kind of overwhelmed by the amount. There's important posts that people post, and then there's the frivolous, random, hanging out with a random friend ones. It's I remember how much time I wasted scrolling through not so pivotal life events. And I think I've decided to just look at social media maybe once or twice a week. As in scroll through things, but to check notifications once a day. So that's a cool discovery. Now I'm going to go over my statistics that my phone gives me for screen time use. I feel like it's still going to be pretty bad though, because I've been opening my phone a lot. So today, 3 hours and 14 minutes, which is 2 hours and 40 minutes below average. The social media is probably mostly from the past 30 minutes when I've been catching up on things. What have I been being creative about? Also, I switched this mode to be for all devices. I don't really know how that's gonna correlate. Webtoons. This is kind of like reading, but it's comics. Wow, I spent a lot of time today. Spotify does not count. Instagram was me checking. Normally that would be way more, but I seriously wasn't enjoying scrolling. Podcast, GroupMe, photos. Still had 81 total pickups. Okay, let's look at the last 7 days. These were my big game days. Oh my gosh, I did a lot. Entertainment's still on there. We'll have to look deeper to see what it was. Most used, Webtoon. Messages. Spotify does not count. What is Spotify's category? Entertainment, so that helps with the dark blue. And I was crazy about my game. I was reading a different book, some on my phone. 78 pickups per day. I'll have to compare later, but definitely better. 5 hours and 9 minutes on social media still. That's actually really good for Instagram. That was for my organization. I did a lot more LinkedIn on my computer. I don't know if that's counted. That's been good. I'm really proud. I think that's great. I am officially not going to check social media as much. That is for certain. I do not care as much anymore. The main reason I check it was just for that mindless scrolling that you get addicted to doing. And now when I go to open it, I really don't want to scroll. So cool. So I hope you enjoyed watching me try to overcome my addiction to social media and television. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.